Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama.
What is the difference between Krishna consciousness and Christ consciousness?
Christ consciousness is also Krishna consciousness, but people do not follow the rules and regulations of Christianity, therefore they are not awake. The commandments of Christ, they do not follow. Therefore they do not come to the standard of consciousness.
What is unique about Krishna consciousness that separates it from other religions?
Religion means primarily to know God and love Him. That is religion. And nobody knows God and what to speak of loving. Nobody is trained up how to know God and how to love Him. They are satisfied by going to the church. Oh, God, give us our daily bread. That also not everyone goes. The communist says that you don't go to the church, bread we shall supply. So poor innocent person, they get bread elsewhere, says they do not go to church. But nobody is serious to understand what is God and how to love Him. Nobody is serious. Therefore, in Bhagavatam it is said, it is cheating religion. I profess some religion, but I do not know what is God and how to love Him. So that type of religion is cheating. And religion means to know God and love Him. But generally, a man does not know what is God and what to speak of loving. So therefore that is cheating religion. There is no religion. But so far Christian religion is concerned, there is ample chance of understanding God, but they do not care for it. Take for example, the commandment is, thou shalt not kill. But in the Christian world, best slaughterhouses are maintained. So how they can become God conscious? They disobey the commandments, do not care what Jesus, God, Lord Jesus Christ has ordered. So this is not only in Christian religion, every religion is going on. It's simply rubber stamp. I am Hindu, I am Muslim, I am Christian. And none of them do know what is God and how to love Him.
How does one know a bona fide spiritual master then that can lead
Who
them?
teaches these things? How to know God and how to love Him? He is spiritual master. Otherwise bogus, rascal bogus. Sometimes they mislead that I am God. Poor people, they do not know what is God. And a rascal proposes, I am God. And they accept it. Just like in your country, they elected Nixon president and again drag him. That means they did not know who is really bona fide president. He elected somebody. And again they had the business of dragging him. Similarly, people are foolish. Any rascal comes, he says, I am God. They accept. And again they accept another. This is going on. So one must be serious student to understand what is God and how to love Him. That is it. Otherwise is simply waste of time. That we are teaching. That is the difference between others and us. We are presenting Kṛṣṇa, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the science, how to know Him. The Bhagavad Gita is there, Bhagavad is there, not bogus, authorized. Therefore, this is the only institution which can teach how to know God and how to love Him. Two business, there is no third. It is not our business to ask God to give us our necessities. We know God gives necessities to everyone, even one who has no religion. Just like cats and dogs, they have no religion. They do not know what is religion. But still, the cats and dogs are supplied with necessities of life. So why should we bother Kṛṣṇa asking Him, give us our daily bread? He supplied already. Our business is how to love Him. That is it. Dharma prochita koitava atra parama nirmasaranang sata vasro vasu vedam atra savai pungsang paro dharma jato bhakti radhokam. That is first class religion which teaches how to love God. And that love, not for any material motive. God, He will give me this, then I love. No. Ahituki. The love means without any personal profit. If I love God for some profit, that is business, that is not love. Ahituki. Apratihata. And such love of God cannot be checked by any material cause. In any condition, one can learn how to love God. It is not conditional that I am poor man, how shall I love God? I have got so many things to do. No, it is not that. Poor, rich, or young, or old, black or white, there is no impediment. If one wants to love God, he can love.
Are there different paths that one can learn to
No,
love
there is
God?
no difference.
Are there other spiritual paths? Do all spiritual paths lead to the same end?
Spiritual paths are divided into four. Not spiritual, real spiritual, mixed spiritual. Just like this, God give us our daily bread. It is mixed spiritual. One has approached God, God is spiritual, but one is asking for material profit. So this is mixture, matter and spiritual. So there are four classes, generally known as karmi, fruitive actors. They work for getting some material profit. They are called karmi. Just like all men in sea, they are working so hard day and night, driving their cars, this way, that way. The purpose is how to get some money. This is called karmi. And then jnani. Jnani means he knows that I am working so hard. Why? The birds, bees, the elephants, big 8 million different types of, they have no business. They have no profession. How they are eating? So why unnecessarily I work so much? Let me know what is the problem of life. So they understand the problem of life is birth, death, old age and disease. And they want to solve it. How to become immortal. So they have conclusion that if I merge into God's existence, then I become immortal or immune from birth, death, old age and disease. This is called jnani. And some of them are yogis. They try to acquire some spiritual power to make a show how he can play wonder. A yogi can become very small. If you put him in a room, he'll come out. You lock it, he'll come out. If there is little space, he'll come out. That is called anima. He can fly in the sky, float in the sky. That is called laghima. In this way, if somebody can show this magic, then immediately is accepted as a very wonderful man. The yogis, the modern yogis, they simply show some gymnastics, but they have no power. So I am not speaking of these third-class yogis. Real yogi means he has got some power, that is material power. So yogis also want this power, and jnanis also want salvation from the unnecessary working like ants, the kurmis. And kurmis want material profit, so they want everyone. The bhaktas, devotees, they don't want anything. They want to serve God out of love. Just like a mother loves her child, there is no question of profit. Out of affection, she loves. So when you come to that stage, to love God, that is perfection. So these different processes, kurmi, jnani, yogi and bhakta, out of these four processes, if you want to know God, then you have to accept this bhakti. That is stated in the Bhagavad Gita. Bhaktya mam abhijanati. Simply through the process of bhakti, one can understand God. He never says by other processes. No, only through bhakti. So if you are interested to know God and love Him, then you have to accept this devotional process. No other process will help.